Okay, you guys, I am so excited about this call. I am not Katie Tucker, even though my name says that it is. I am Jessica Halls logged into Katie's account today. And we are here to talk about what I am so passionate about. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jessica and I am from Utah. I am 35 years old, also a registered nurse and married to my husband of 12 years. He is a nurse practitioner. And together we advocate for health and wellness. And 5 years ago, you would have asked me, I would have never been open to anything what I thought as hokey pokey. But it wasn't until I became the patient and was struggling with infertility, candida overgrowth, chronic sinus infection, postnasal drip, poor immune system. I was struggling really badly, and I was on 30 plus medications. I was seeing doctor after doctor. Between me, my husband, a lot of my nursing friends, they were also help self-diagnosing me. We were Googling a lot. I was spending so much money on out-of-pocket expense on celery juice. I celery juiced every month. I made my husband do it with me. If you've done it, you know it's awful. I was just doing everything in every which way to find answers to my health. And I finally was diagnosed with celiac disease, and this is after I had struggled with recurrent infertility, miscarriage, stillbirth. And at this point in my life, I was actually thrilled that I was diagnosed with something that I thought if I went gluten-free would fix everything. So I went gluten-free. The second I got diagnosed, we got all of our three children at the time tested, and one of them also has celiac disease. She is now 8 years old. And we all went gluten-free, 100% in our family. And I thought for sure by what the doctor told me, if you go gluten-free for so many days, you're going to feel results. I went 6 months and felt very little improvement. I was so disappointed. I was desperate. It took a toll on my mental and emotional health. And if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. I felt like I was spending thousands of dollars to be told nothing. I was spending thousands of dollars to be told I was perfect on paper. And it gets exhausting. It's emotionally taxing. It was giving us struggles even in our marriage because I just didn't feel well. Mom was always sick. Mom was always taking a nap. Mom was missing out. Mom had a special diet. It's a very sad and scary place to be when you feel like you're doing it alone. And that's where I was at. It wasn't until my sponsor, my dear friend and college roommate from years ago, had posted about this pink drink that we are going to talk about today. And when she posted it, I was skeptical. Like I told you, 5 years ago, I was in a very different place, but I was also desperate. So I took the plunge. I wanted to return them the second I ordered them. And my sweet husband was like, Jess, you have been doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, and we're just not getting them. You're getting more medications. We have to do more testing. You're chronically just spiraling down, and I want to help you. And if this is an answer to your prayers, let's try it. They have a good money back guarantee. Let's just try it. Nicole's had results, and she would never share something that she loved or, changed for her. She would never share about that. And she cares about you. And I didn't know she had Lyme disease. I didn't know she was struggling with her health. And so I resonated with her. I related with her and I ordered. And since then, I am now 4 years as of 2 days ago on these products. I have since come off all of my medications. Let me see if I can. I've come off all of my 30 plus medications. I have not seen my doctor in 3.5 years for my autoimmune other than like a follow-up scope. And he told me if he did not know that if I was not a celiac patient, he would have never known that I had celiac bowel. He's like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And I am doing it. And I love it. I'm so passionate about the 3 pillars of health, which is also what we're going to talk about. And I did not even know, as a registered nurse advocating for Western medicine, that this is what our world is missing. Eastern medicine, holistic healing, allowing our bodies to thrive by blood sugar balance, decreasing inflammation, and replacing with good gut health. And it has changed everything for me. My husband, 6 months into my journey, said, I want what you have. And he started taking my pink drink. And then when he was taking my pink drink, I was running out of pink drink. So I made him order, and he's now 3.5 years into these products as well. And he recommends all of his patients to not only look into Western medicine when it's needed, but to also open your little blindfolds and look into what our bodies thrive off of with everything we're depleting in our modern world and diet. So that is what I'm going to talk about today, about the 4 foundational products that we recommend everyone start on I like to tease, if you have a butt crack or if you have skin or are breathing, you need gut health. You need prevention over prescription. And in the 4 years that I've been doing this, I've also been able to find financial abundance and time freedom by doing exactly what I've always loved to do, and that's help people. So I love what I do. I'm so passionate about these products. I love the people that are going to be sharing today. So just kind of get cozy where you're at, and we're going to talk about the products that are very foundational for what we share. So the first product I'm going to talk about is our Slim drink. I will actually open this one. I meant to do that before the call. So if this is loud, I apologize. But I love that these Slim drinks come in a little tiny packets so that you can take them on the go. It makes it simple. It makes it doable for a busy lifestyle because we are all busy. We all have 24 hours in a day, but we also have 2 minutes to mix up a pink drink. This is actually the one that I take every day. It comes in 3 different flavors and 2 different kinds. So if you are wondering what flavor or what kind to start with, I want you to reach out to the person that invited you to this call. But the most popular one that we carry is the blood lemon, or my gosh, I cannot not think of it, blood orange lemon lime. I'm having a brain fart there. That is the most popular one that we share, that we recommend. It is a little bit more gentle on your system. I love the taste. All of my kids drink that one and love it. It does taste like lemonade. It's sweetened with stevia and its color is given by beetroot. I love that it's all natural plant-based ingredients. And one of them I'm going to talk about is called chromium. That's actually a mineral that we do not get enough in our diets every day. In fact, to get 1 serving that you would get in one of these little packets, you would have to eat about 8 cups of broccoli to get that chromium content. Now, I like to tease as well. If you were like me, if I ate 8 cups worth of broccoli, I would be so gassy and I would want ranch or cheese or something to drink with it. So I love that you can get that much chromium in 1 serving and a yummy, delicious drink. The one thing about chromium that people don't realize is that is what helps balance your king or your queen of your castle. For me, it's my queen of my castle. She is in charge of all of my other hormones. And when that one insulin level, which is the #1 hormone imbalance in the world today, diabetic or not, when that hormone is imbalanced or not balanced or is resisting toward your other hormones or your body, you're going to feel it in other aspects of your hormones, including our serotonin level, which 90% of that is produced in our gut. That is our sleepy, happy hormone. So that is why a lot of people notice improvements with their moods, with their sleeps, with their depression, anxiety. This is the first postpartum experience in 7 pregnancies that I've had that I have not needed an antidepressant. Now, that doesn't mean I frown upon meds. If you need meds, that does fill in that gap. But this is the first postpartum experience and journey that I've been on that I feel like my serotonin is functioning properly because my insulin is. Now, other functions that the chromium and the pink drink can help with our gut health is our immune function. This helps with liver detoxification, helps remove heavy metals, helps support our liver. It replaced my nasty celery juicing, I will tell you that. And about 80% of our immune cells are produced in our gut. So when you have an imbalanced insulin level or poor gut health, you cannot fire those, they're called immune A cells. You cannot fire those immune cells to support your immune system. So for me, my immune system is constantly attacking itself. So no wonder I was getting sick all the time. If you are catching colds or everything your kids bring home, or you're sick all the time, or you have postnasal drip or sinus infections, it is most likely because you are not having a supported immune system. And that happens and stems from our gut. So that is why I love this pink drink so much. I love the flavor of it. It also has 2 powerful antioxidants in it. One is called alpha lipoic acid, and the other one is called chlorogenic acid. You can find a lot of those antioxidants in foods that we eat every day, but unfortunately, the average apple or even veggies and fruits that we get from stores have been sitting in a warehouse for about 8 months. So I want you to think of, yes, and 1 apple a day is great, but you're probably not getting what we would have gotten 30 years ago. So I love that it fills in that gap that we are just absolutely missing in our diet and world today. It is safe for kids to drink. It's safe to take at any time of the day. There's no stimulants in it. So if I forget on a busy morning, you better believe I'm drinking it right before bed, and I do not stay awake from it. I go to bed, I feel good. It helps support my bowel, my gut health, my hormones. And the one question I did have for my sponsor when I started that I may answer for some of you is, I don't want you to think of the word slim for weight loss if you are not looking for weight loss. I was not either. In fact, I told my sponsor, Nicole, I don't want the pink drink. I don't need to lose weight. But in fact, I wish that this was called balance. This helps just balance your gut health. This helps balance your immune system. This helps balance your hormones. So everybody needs this pink drink. All of my kids take it and love it and feel the benefits of it. The next product I want to talk about is the X Factor, or you can also order the X Factor Plus. This is our fully methylated non-synthetic vitamin. Ooh, it's blurry, guys. It's a cute bottle though. I have been taking this one now for 4 years, and it has made the biggest difference from what I was taking previously. I used to go to Costco and I would stock up on their yearly discounted prices for my vitamins for the year. Little did I know I was peeing everything out I was putting in my mouth. And the reason being is because there is a genetic mutation called MTHFR. I'm going to repeat that. MTHFR. It cost me $750 to be tested for. Unfortunately, insurance companies do not cover this lab, but this is a genetic mutation that does not allow our bodies to absorb a synthetic vitamin. So anything from that's not a non-synthetic form or a fully methylated form, you're literally just taking them to pee them out. Your body's not able to absorb them or digest them, which is a big word I want you to remember. About 60% of the population has this genetic mutation, and there's a false negative. So even if you were to get tested for it, it can be a false negative. So if you feel like you're taking a vitamin today and you are seeing no benefits from it, it's probably because you are not absorbing or digesting them, which is really crucial. It has 55 trace minerals, or vitamins, I should say, and everything that's in there, such as like folic acid, is not what our body produces. It's folate. It's got folated and then the folate or the methylated B forms of vitamins. It also has aloe in it. So I want you to think of like a sunburn. When you have a sunburn, you're going to apply aloe to that burn to help healing. This X Factor helps increase healing by 300 to 400%. And that is why people see such good benefits from this multivitamin. The one big difference before I turn the time over to Kimberly is the X Factor versus the X Factor Plus is I recommend X Factor for anyone that has maybe a little bit of more tummy issues, such as celiac, Crohn's, IBS, bloating, and then increase is tolerated. The X Factor Plus does have polyphenols, which is supporting your gut health, but some people can't tolerate them right away. So if you're kind of wondering which ones to start with, I always recommend starting with the X Factor and then working your way up as tolerated. That is all from me for those two products. I am going to turn the time over to Kimberly Greening, who is a nurse practitioner and one of the main reasons why I started these products. And then she will share a little bit about her experience and then turn the time over to Nicole.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here. My name is Kimberly Greening.
You saw what I sent you, that the Kelsey.
Unlike Jessica, I have actually loved supplementation for the 29 years that I have been in the medical field. I have always been drawn to the Western side and the holistic side of medicine. And so I have always prescribed probiotics, multivitamins, omegas, magnesium, all of those things to my patients. And the reason for that is really it comes down to a few things that Jessica was talking about. The first one was we really do have a society of a lot of processed foods, and we're not able to eat as clean as we should. And so when we put processed foods into our body, it can really wreck our gut. Also, like Jessica was talking about, when we eat fruit and veggies, those fruits and veggies are picked early. So we're not getting the nutrition that we used to get. I was raised on a farm. I used to be able to go out to the orchard, pick an apple or pick cherries, and that nutrition was completely different than what it is today. So the other thing is we are all humans, and most of us have taken some form of medication in our life. If you've taken birth control, steroids, if you've taken any type of hormone, if you've taken an antibiotic, all of those things affect our gut, affect our body. And so it's just so important that we're counteracting what those bad side effects are. I've actually been taking these products now for, gosh, almost 7 years, and they completely changed my life. I won't go into a lot of detail, but I was 42 at the time. I was feeling miserable. I had zero energy and I was just, I had to take a nap every day or I could not survive. I also lived on caffeine because that's what got me through the day. But the provider I was working with, we decided to do some blood work. And I had honestly seen, I think it was on Oprah, and she said, in your 40s, pretty much everyone's going to have thyroid problems. So I thought for sure Oprah knew what I had and I was going to have thyroid problems. Well, we did my blood work and guess what? Everything came back normal. And I was so frustrated because I almost wanted something because then I knew I could work on it and fix it, but there was nothing. But I had insomnia. I was completely addicted to Ambien and I had taken Ambien for 8 years. I had zero energy. I had heartburn and achy joints. My cravings were out of control. I had weight gain, and my anxiety was out of control. And all of those things on my blood work were normal. Yet I knew I was not normal. So when my friend reached out to me and I started these products, I thought I have nothing to lose. What I'm taking right now is not working. So if you're taking a probiotic or if you're taking a multivitamin, but you're not feeling the changes, I would just recommend you switch it up. Just try it. We have a 60-day money back guarantee. So if you don't see the change, you can go back to what you were taking. But the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and not getting any results, right? I was taking an $80 a month probiotic at the time, and I was not seeing any changes. So I decided to pivot, make a change, and within 3 months, my health completely changed. So that was kind of my health side of it. But I love that these products really do align with what Western medicine is doing so much research on. And that is the 3 pillars of health, the things that Jessica talked about. Gut health. Gut health really is related to every illness and disease. And the more research we do, the more we realize that we have to have a healthy gut to have a healthy body, to have a healthy mind. Blood sugar balance is so important. And just like Jessica said, if you're not diabetic, you still need blood sugar balance. And then also, inflammation is a silent killer. And most people have high levels of inflammation and they don't even realize it. And it is killing our bodies. And so when you focus on those 3 things with these products, you're going to see huge changes in your health and in your wellness. And that's why I love these products. That's why I stand by these products, is because I've seen the changes within me, but I've done this for almost 7 years. I've seen thousands of people's lives change with this. And again, like Jessica, I am all about Western medicine. I write prescriptions. There are things that are needed, but I also believe in prevention over prescription. I believe that there are things that we can do to prevent needing those 30 medications that really we don't need. Those are band-aids. We're just masking symptoms. If you can get to root issues, that's where the healing is going to take place. That's where you're going to transform, and that's where you're going to feel your best. And that's all I have, Jess.
Thank you so much, Kimberly, for sharing all of your wisdom. And you guys, she's really one of the reasons I met with Nicole when I was learning about these products, and Kimberly was there, and she knew my medical mind and what I needed to kind of open my eyes for. So thank you, Kimberly, for sharing all of your knowledge today and your story. Okay, go ahead, Nicole, go ahead and take it away and wrap up the call.
Hi guys, I'm Nicole. I'm so glad you're taking time out of your busy day to be here and to learn a little bit more about root healing. Today, I'm going to share a little bit about why I started on these products, why I started on my gut health journey, and then the next 2 products that I'll talk about briefly. So I was diagnosed with Lyme disease, I've lost track, over 8 years ago. And I remember when I was diagnosed with it, I was also, I already knew I was struggling with my thyroid. I was already on a thyroid pill. So I knew I was having thyroid issues and Lyme issues and autoimmune issues. And I remember when I was diagnosed with it, I just thought, this is a death sentence. Like, I really thought that my life would just never be good again. And I was in a victim mentality over, I didn't feel good. And I just really didn't have a lot of hope. And then I heard about these products and it gave me so much hope. And I leaned into it, and I'm so grateful because it forever changed my life for the better. At the time I was struggling with, I actually just sent someone a list of the symptoms I used to struggle with. And I was like blown away because I hadn't, like recapped that memory in a while. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, like I really wasn't in a good place. But there are symptoms that many of us just chalk up to old age or having babies or whatever, and being a mom or being a dad or whatever it is. And we just kind of blow it off as like normal, like a normal part of aging, a normal part of life. So for me, a lot of it was just that brain fog, lack of clarity. I would get headaches. I would get really bad acne. I was tired all the time. I would wake up and go to the gym. I'd come home. I would crash. I would turn a movie on for my son. I would just crash. And I remember thinking, wow, I guess going to the gym, it's just, you just are tired from going to the gym. You guys, I work out more now than I used to, and I'm not tired. I have all day energy. I go all day. I was having joint pain. I was having foot pain. I was waking up at night. I wasn't getting deep rest. I had anxiety and depression and a lot of different things, as well as that hormone health with my thyroid that was just off, causing a lot of fatigue and low energy and sugar cravings and all these things. And I thought, since I had done a Lyme regimen for my Lyme disease, I thought, well, this is just part of autoimmune and aging, and I'm just never going to feel good again. And when I started feeling good, I was like, I got to preach this from the rooftop, because I want people to know that they can feel good again. And it can be simple, because oftentimes health is like, we make it really complicated, right? We're like, oh, this is so complicated. Like, what am I supposed to eat? What am I supposed to do? What should I take? You walk into like a health food store and there's supplements everywhere, and you're like, I don't even know what I need. And so there was a lot of confusion in the beginning for me. And I know there's a lot of confusion for you and other people in your life as well, over what is the easy button to health. And I really truthfully feel like we found it here with the Plexus products, because it does address those 3 pillars that Jess and Kimberly both talked about. So when I started taking the products, I noticed I wasn't needing my nap anymore, which was something I did not expect. I was instantly just like, oh my gosh, like I don't need to crash and eat sugar to get through my day, or take caffeine to get through my day, which was awesome for me. So that happened. And then my skin started to clear up. And I noticed when I would get out of bed in the morning, my joints weren't hurting. And it really was just this trickle down effect on everything in my health over the course of several months that I started seeing improvements. And then I remember 6 months in, I got my lab results back for my thyroid, and my doctor was like, your thyroid is in the good, safe range. And I was just blown away that the only thing that I had changed was adding this in. And so truthfully, if you're consistent taking the products and getting to the root of your health, you are going to see changes in your life. And so stick with it, be consistent, take it regularly, and ask the person that's introducing you to it questions. Like if you're needing help, if you're needing to adjust things, like ask questions, because I've had to adjust my supplements as I've gone and to get the results that I want. So that's what we're here for. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the last 2 products. Okay. These are ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. And I'm going to start with the ProBio 5. Now, I was on a really expensive probiotic when I got started, on a different one than this. And I remember just thinking, well, this one doesn't have as many, what is it, CFUs? Is that how you say it? I'm like, now I'm doubting myself here. But I was like, this one doesn't have as much as that, or this one, like mine is more expensive, or all these things. And then I started learning about why this one is so effective. And it totally changed my views on what a probiotic needs to do in our body. So this one has 5 enzymes in it. They're digestive enzymes, and you have to have digestive enzymes to digest your food properly and to use it in all the systems in your body. But this one has one specifically that tackles candida yeast in your gut, which is so easily overgrown with our modern day lifestyle, like what Kimberly was talking about. The foods that we're eating, the antibiotics that we take, the steroids that we take, the birth control, the antibiotics that are in our milk and our dairy and our food and our meat and all those things. The list could go on. The sugar, when you're eating a lot of sugar, it is like a gut bomb that feeds candida. And so in our modern day lifestyle, that yeast can really overgrow in your gut. And I like to refer to the yeast and the bad bacteria as weeds. When you think about a garden, if you've ever done a garden, or if you've ever even been to a nursery, you know that those weeds are going to come back all the time if they are not plucked out and weeded. And so our gut is the same way. We're going to have weeds in our gut. And if we're not removing those weeds, they're going to take up space in our gut and make it harder for the good bacteria and the good things to thrive. So I like that the enzymes in here and the one called chitosanase helps break that down. It also has an antifungal in it called grapeseed extract, and that helps to tackle the fungus in your gut as well. So this is really going to help weed the gut. And then it's also going to help seed the gut with new seeds so that your gut can flourish. Because most of us get this gut dysbiosis, which is all that means is a imbalance in your gut where the good bacteria should be up here, but really it starts to go like this and the bad bacteria starts to rise and overtake the good. And so this is going to do both of those. And then this comes along and they're kind of like a married couple. The bio cleanse helps to flush out all that this is breaking down. So it's a gentle daily cleanse. And this is not a harsh cleanse that you just take when you haven't pooped in a long time. This is a gentle daily cleanse because your gut should constantly be weeded, seeded, and nourished and detoxing everything out constantly, daily. It is our fuel tank in our body that absorbs and nourishes and replenishes every cell in the body. And so this comes along and it gently removes those toxins. Now, this is a magnesium supplement, and it's also paired with vitamin C, making it very gentle and absorbable for your gut. But what I didn't realize about magnesium is that 9 out of 10 people are actually deficient in magnesium, which is a massive amount. And this doesn't surprise me because we know that the more carbs and sugars that we eat, the more it depletes this magnesium that is needed in our body for over 400 functions. And so, you know, with our modern day lifestyle of all the sugar and everything that we're eating, we're really becoming depleted in that. And a lot of the symptoms that people chalk up every single day to just being old age is a magnesium deficiency. And so this one's really going to make such a difference in your life, especially if you struggle with like restless legs or migraines or headaches or, you know, not sleeping well or fatigue. Like really any tension that you feel in the body is contributed to a magnesium deficiency. So these work together to weed, seed, feed, and detox your gut. And they made a massive difference for me, especially because I had IBS symptoms. My bowels were not regular and I thought it was normal. I just thought, oh, that's just normal. Like sometimes you go, sometimes you don't go, sometimes you go too much. Like I didn't understand the importance of having a daily bowel movement every single day, 2 to 3 times a day, that is actually fairly consistent in the way that you're going. And so if you are off in that area, you definitely need this. If you're not off in that area, like I know some people are like, I don't have gut issues. Your gut issues can manifest in a lot of different symptoms than just poop. So if you're struggling with anything else that you heard on this call, it is related to your gut because all disease begins in the gut. So I love the products that Jess talked about combined with these products. They really go together to synergistically work in the body for healing and to give you a thriving life. So that's all from me. I'm so grateful that you guys listened in. If you have not started on the products and you want to get started or have some questions, reach out to the person that invited you to this call, and they are there to answer questions and to help you get started on whatever products will be best for you. So thank you for listening in, and we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.